Hi Leo, welcome to the channel. So we are going to do a reading I haven't done in a long time for you. It's a past, present, and future reading. I tend to pull all the cards for these in advance of recording just because it takes a long time to get from the past to the present. And I have to pull a lot of clarifiers, as you can see. So, and I do want to apologize for my lighting situation. It's super overcast where we are, and so it was definitely not well lit enough for you to really see the cards. So I'm hoping that's not too blinding. If it is, you can let me know. So Leo, we're going to start with your past and work our way forward. So from your past energies, it looks like there may have been a heartbreak in your past with this Three of Swords, and it looks like it is was with a person that you felt very strongly towards. I have a Six of Cups and a Two of Cups here. You may even have had children with this person, possibly, or wanted children. So the heartbreak seems to stem from something coming out, because the moon in the upright is generally something that is unseen. In the reverse, it's something unseen becoming seen. And at that point, someone walked away. I'm going to guess that it was probably you. Looks like there may have been a lot of back and forth, a lot of fighting happening prior to walking away. With the Five of Wands and the Lovers here, this person may have had other lovers. There may be jealousy, fighting. This could also be potentially a Gemini. So there just may have been some conflict here, or a lot of other people involved potentially. But Justice is here, which tells me it was probably the right thing to do to walk away from this person and to end this relationship, or vice versa. You can always switch the energy. Here in your current energy, it's kind of interesting. Looks like there's something that you are indecisive about at the moment in your current situation. I don't think that indecision is going to last long. There's a Tower here that came out as the clarifier for the Two of Swords. So essentially, either something's going to come out, or you're going to get an epiphany, or there's going to be some kind of big shakeup to this Two of Swords energy. It looks like you may have an Empress in your energy, someone who is very successful, very alluring potentially. With Six of Wands here, they may be someone who gets a lot of attention. That might be somebody that you're very interested in, but you haven't made any moves towards them, potentially because of this prior situation. It was a little heartbreaking that you kind of had to release or walk away from. This also could be, looking back at this Lover's card and this Five of Wands, it just could have been a person that you had a conflict with, that you had a lot of love for. So at the time, it seemed like the right thing to do to walk away from it because there's too much conflict. Right now, again, this Two of Swords, indecision, holding back. Looks like it's going to be blown up. Looks like there's somebody standing in their power, or somebody who's very successful in the mix here. Could be yourself, obviously. But I get the feeling more like you may have met somebody and they're really motivating you to get a move on because the Knight of Swords, Knight of Wands is here. Like that's an energy of quick, fast, bold movement. Or you. They could be considering moving towards you really boldly. But the Seven of Cups and the Chariot is here, which makes me think that maybe there's some concerns, possibly about distance, possibly about which direction to go, might be confused about what you want to do, or they are confused about what they want to do. And I can understand, like I said, if this is if you've been hurt in a past situation and are still kind of dealing with that, that can make you indecisive, obviously, because you might be worried about obviously having another heartbreak with this same person. Okay, well, that's interesting. So maybe this is the same person. I mean, maybe this is a person that you're still continuously dealing with, or has come back potentially. Doesn't have to be, could be a new person. What is interesting about the bottom of the deck and your future energy is, well, there are several things that are interesting. So the Empress is here in the current energy. In the future energy, we have the Emperor. Those are kind of divine matches. Those are people who are operating at the same frequency, which is a pretty high frequency. The Emperor and Empress, I mean, they run an empire. They're very successful. They are usually very self-made. They're definitely the perfect match for each other. So they're coming out in the same spread is a good sign. Looks like this Emperor, he was clarified by the Page of Swords, excuse me, not the Page of Swords, Ace of Swords and the Page of Pentacles. Seems like in the future, whoever the Emperor is needs to be honest about wanting to see somebody. Page of Pentacles to me is always like a solid offer, a date, let's get together in the physical kind of a thing. So this movement that's being suggested here in the current energy seems to lead to someone needing to be bold enough to be honest that they want to go out on a date, or they want to make a real offer, something solid. Empress appears again, and this appeared over the Queen of Wands, which I consider like one step before the Empress. Very powerful energy, very self-possessed, charismatic, hard worker, that type of thing. Also considered a little bit of the, you know, sexier of the court cards. But she was clarified by Strength and by the Empress, which tells me this is probably the same person who's back here in this current spread. So I think you are going to have to, or they are going to have to embody some Emperor energy to get this Empress, because she is standing 100,000% in her own energy and her power. And so if this is someone that you want, or someone wants you, if you're in that energy, they're going to have to level up, and they're going to have to be straightforward about what they want, to be honest. There's no beating around the bush with an Emperor or Empress, right? I mean, they're going to see that coming from a mile away. So we have the Page of Cups, which is kind of a sweet energy, could be expressing feelings, that type of thing. I think the only thing that's going to soften up an Empress, you're not going to get anywhere unless you're honest, right? You're also probably going to have to express feelings, probably not a whole bunch of feelings. That's why it's a Page of Cups. But if you see this King of Swords and this Three of Swords energy, this feels like your energy, Leo. It feels like back to this energy of the Three of Swords, which is probably kind of put you in King of Swords energy. Not particularly friendly. Obviously, if you've been hurt in the past, you're not going to be super friendly. But I think the way to get past this energy, and it could be their energy if you flip it, they could have been hurt and they're in King of Swords, is this energy of love. You know, this energy of expressing emotion, also combined with an energy of being honest about what somebody wants. It's going to lead to the Sun, which is happiness, you know, clarity, obviously, but happiness after a Three of Swords. And the reason I particularly think it's happiness is because the bottom of both of these decks is the Ten of Pentacles, which is a strong relationship. It's, they always say, generational wealth type of a situation. It's having commitment. And in these cards are two people, and they obviously kind of have a palatial house back there and some pets and that type of thing. Both decks to have Ten of Pentacles is pretty unusual. So, again, I keep feeling like this energy may need to be flipped, but it definitely feels like some pain in the past. Walking away was the right thing to do. Something is going to blow up a situation of holding back, and I think it's because there's something at stake here that's really, really important or impressive. Could be this Empress. Success with this Empress becomes imperative, or with you, if you're the Empress, bold moves can happen after maybe clearing up some confusion. Again, it's going to take somebody being an Emperor, being honest, and saying what they want out of this situation. Probably maybe even a face-to-face conversation to discuss it. Somebody is definitely, you know, like I said, in their power. Queen of Wands, Strength, Empress. So you or them, somebody is, you know, the shiz. So Page of Cups, again, expressing emotion, kind of soften up this King of Swords, Three of Swords energy, bring this happiness back, and hopefully resulting in a Ten of Pentacles. It's like almost like it's a done deal as long as certain steps can be taken, kind of a thing. And so again, I did slip up and say, you know, that this may be the same person, and it may be, you know. I mean, things don't always go well right out of the gate, right? You don't always have the most success with somebody. If people have been hurt in the past, they may be reticent to move forward, type of a thing. So holding back is the right thing to do in that case. People shouldn't move forward with something if they're still hurting from something else, and it could be something that has nothing to do with you, right? So, but either way, there definitely feels like there's an Emperor and Empress, Ten of Pentacles situation on the horizon. Just a little bit of honesty and a little bit of love needed to kind of move forward to that state of happiness. So Leo, that's what I have for you. I hope that helps, and I will see you next time.